Hi, I'm Carrie Snyder with Snyder Nutrition Services, and I'm here today supporting Nemo Heart Health Corporation and their new initiative, Nemo Rocks, which stands for Raising Active, Awesome Kids here in northeastern Missouri. The focus of Nemo Rocks is really raising awareness and providing materials for parents and kids to live a happy and healthy lifestyle. What we're going to be talking about today is actually demonstrating how to make a quick and easy meal for your kids at home and yourself. What we're going to be making is fajita style quesadillas, and I'll go over real quick just the ingredients that we need. First, obviously, your tortillas, and what we have here are some whole wheat tortillas. You need 4 if you're going to make 2 tortillas. And this is actually when you're going to make 2 quesadillas, but this is something where you could split these 2 quesadillas that we're going to make between 4 people if you wanted to. A lot of times kids will just have 1 or 2 little wedges of a quesadilla. And then also we have just slivers is about half of a red onion, okay? And I'm going to show you how to dice up or slice up about half of this green bell pepper. You can use red bell pepper, orange bell pepper, or yellow, whatever is on sale and whatever you enjoy to consume. Also, we have about 1 tablespoon of just diced up cilantro. This is fresh cilantro, but you can also use dried. That's absolutely fine. Just sprinkle a little bit on before you start cooking your quesadilla. And then we also have 1/2 cup of Colby Jack cheese, or you can use Monterey Jack, you can use just regular old cheddar, whatever your family likes, okay? And then we also have a couple diced up tomatoes that we're gonna throw on there. While our oil is just heating up in our pan that we're gonna cook our red onions and our pepper in, I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to just dice up this half a pepper, okay? So we're just gonna cut it in half to start out with, okay? Just set that other half to the side. You can use that for snacks later with your kids. And then what we're gonna go ahead and do is just make sure we get all the seeds out. I also like to get all of the membranes out too, okay? And then we're just gonna cut it up into slices, just like when you see, if you're ever making fajitas or just strips to eat at home for snacks. We're just gonna cut them up into thin slices like so. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so I'm just gonna turn up my burner just a bit because I've been having it heat on low while I was cutting that up, because I did not want to burn my oil. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead, that'll heat up real fast here. We're gonna go ahead and just add our green pepper and then also our red onion. And go ahead and give it a toss to let it get coated with the oil, and also then break up those red onions so they'll cook up. And we're just wanting to cook this up to where it's tender, okay? And then also while that's cooking, okay, I'm also going to start heating up my pan. This is what I'm actually going to cook the quesadillas in here. So we'll just let it start warming up as we're cooking our vegetables. And this is something that if you wanted to, you could have the vegetables easily cut up in advance and just throw it together real fast. Sometimes if I know I'm going to be making recipes for the week that have a lot of different type of vegetables, if I have more time, like on Sunday afternoon, I'll prep things in advance. That way I can just grab it out of the refrigerator and then throw it into the pan that I'm wanting to cook it in. There we go. Now we're sizzling. And then all we're going to do when we assemble this, I'm just going to put a layer of one tortilla down, and usually what I like to do is you can spray it if you want, or if you have a non-stick pan, you don't have to spray it, you'll be fine. And then you're just going to start layering your ingredients on, and then put another tortilla on top. And what I'm going to actually be doing today is showing you how you can take, here I'm using cast iron. So what's nice and easy is this pan is going to be nice and hot from cooking the onions and the peppers, and I'm just going to put that pan right on top, and it's going to cook that quesadilla up nice and easy. Things you can also make with this, if you want to make mushrooms or any other vegetables that your kids may like, you can do that. Also, if you're wanting to add a little bit of protein to this, you can do chicken, whether it's shredded chicken, if you just grab rotisserie chicken. You can also find chicken in the freezer section that's already the fajita strips. Also, you can also find chunks of chicken now in the deli case. So those would be easy ways to add some more protein. But if you're not wanting to use meat, which sometimes that's more expensive, you can also do refried beans. You could do black beans, red beans, anything that you would like. And some people would maybe salt your vegetables, but I don't like to. We usually already get plenty of salt in our diets. And we're going to have that cheese that we're going to add on there that'll have a little salt to it and give it some good flavor, along with that cilantro. And then, sides, you can always have salsa and a little bit of sour cream on the side for kids to dip in, since kids are dippers. They always like to have those little things on the side to be able to dip into. Usually it just takes about 5 minutes to cook up your vegetables. They smell great. We're just going to give these just a couple more minutes. So what I'll just start assembling here on the side, just to make it easy, is the tomatoes that we've sliced up, the cheese, and then also the cilantro. And you can cook these down as really much as you want, or have them as crisp as you want. And then once it's cooked, since we're making technically 2 quesadillas, what you're going to do is use only half of your vegetables here. And then when you make your second one, you just use the other half. Alright, I'm going to go ahead. These are getting nice and tender. They'll still have a little bit of crunch to them, just like I like. My pan is getting hot here. I am going to go ahead and start assembling the quesadilla. So we'll just put one tortilla, whole wheat tortilla down first, and then I'm going to take about half of my vegetables here. And just throw those on there. And then just layer it with some tomatoes. And again, you can use whatever type of vegetables your kids like. This is also something that, as long as they're okay with, make sure they're safe and they're not gonna get burnt with them helping you. But this is something that's fun that they can kind of create themselves. And then we're gonna put on about half of this cheese here. We'll just sprinkle it on. Okay, and then we're just gonna have that second tortilla on there. And what I'm gonna do is actually take my hot pan and I'm just gonna set it right on top, and that's just gonna press it together so that way we get nice flat tortilla and help it cook on both sides. If you just had a skillet, you could just flip it halfway through. You also could use a stovetop grill that works real nice, because whether it's a George Foreman or whatever brand it is, you know, that way you're pressing both sides. You could do something where you just nuke it in the microwave just to heat everything and melt all the cheeses together. You won't get it nice and grilled on both sides, but you still get the same flavor. And it's really just as easy as that. And here's our finished product. It was just cooked up for about 3 minutes, so it was fast and easy. And so you can use a knife. I like using a little pizza cutter just to cut it into wedges. Again, you can share this with multiple people. This is great to share between 2 kids. That cheese is nice and melted. Okay, and I am just gonna flip them over here onto our plate, and you can just serve them up with, again, your favorite. I mean, you could do it with some guacamole, you could do it with, I have sour cream and salsa, and really that is it. So for more tips and healthy meal ideas, you can go to www.nemohearthealth.com and enjoy eating.